Hi, my name is Professor Eva. Welcome to this journey through neuromarketing and consumer neuroscience. Today, we will be delving into neuromarketing techniques for brand building. In this session, we will explore how neuroscience principles shape brand communication and influence consumer behavior. We will cover key concepts such as emotional connections, sensory branding, advertising with neuro insights, and much more. Let's dive in and explore the concepts that shape our understanding of how brands connect with consumers on a deeper level. Neuromarketing and consumer neuroscience. In this opening slide, we introduce the field of neuromarketing, which merges neuroscience with marketing to understand consumer behavior. Neuromarketing utilizes brain science to explore how people respond to advertising, packaging, product design, and other marketing strategies. It enables brands to fine-tune their messages and tactics based on how the brain processes various stimuli. This approach allows marketers to go beyond traditional methods by tapping directly into how the brain reacts to stimuli, leading to more efficient and emotionally resonant strategies. The ultimate goal of neuromarketing is to optimize marketing efforts based on real, scientifically backed insights into human behavior. Emotional connections with consumers. Emotions play a critical role in consumer decision-making. This slide highlights the power of emotional engagement in building brand loyalty and trust. Consumers who feel an emotional connection to a brand are more likely to make repeat purchases and recommend the brand to others. Brands that succeed in creating emotional bonds often see increased customer retention and advocacy. Neuromarketing research suggests that emotional connections are a key driver of consumer decisions, which is why brands should focus on building these deep relationships to foster long-term loyalty. Colors, sounds, and imagery in brand communication. In this slide, we explore the importance of sensory marketing, specifically focusing on how colors, sounds, and imagery influence consumer perceptions and behavior. Research has shown that colors can evoke specific emotions and associations. For example, the color blue is often associated with trust, while red can trigger excitement. Additionally, sound design in branding, such as jingles or background music, can elicit emotional responses, strengthening a brand's identity. By understanding these sensory cues, brands can design more engaging and effective advertisements, enhancing consumer recall and emotional engagement. Designing ads with neuro insights. Designing ads with neuro insights involves using brain science to create ads that are more likely to resonate with the target audience. By understanding how the brain processes visual and emotional stimuli, marketers can craft advertisements that capture attention, evoke positive emotions, and drive action. This slide emphasizes how neuromarketing tools like EEG and fMRI help advertisers test and refine their ads, ensuring they deliver maximum impact. Neuro insights help brands move beyond guesswork, providing data-driven strategies for crafting more effective advertisements that connect with consumers on a deeper level. Storytelling in brand identity. Storytelling is a powerful tool for building a brand identity. This slide discusses how brands use storytelling to connect emotionally with consumers, creating a memorable narrative that consumers can relate to. People remember stories far better than isolated facts or figures, and a compelling brand story can humanize a brand, making it more relatable. Effective storytelling also reinforces the brand's core values, mission, and vision, fostering a deeper connection with the audience. This connection leads to stronger brand recall, loyalty, and increased engagement. Neuromarketing for brand loyalty. This slide covers how neuromarketing techniques can be leveraged to develop brand loyalty. Loyalty is not only about repeat purchases, it's about emotional attachment. Neuromarketing shows that consumers are more likely to remain loyal to brands that consistently meet their emotional and psychological needs. By utilizing tools such as neuroimaging and psychographic data, brands can fine-tune their strategies to better align with consumer preferences, reinforcing loyalty and fostering long-term relationships. This creates a cycle of trust and continued engagement between the brand and its customers. Packaging and product design. Packaging and product design are often the first interactions a consumer has with a brand, and they play a vital role in shaping perceptions. This slide explains how well-designed packaging can influence how a product is perceived in terms of quality, value, and brand identity. Neuromarketing research indicates that consumers make snap judgments based on the visual appearance of packaging, making it an essential tool for creating a strong first impression. Packaging that is visually appealing and thoughtfully designed increases the likelihood of consumer engagement and purchase. Brand archetypes and consumer behavior. Brand archetypes are universal symbols that resonate with consumers on an unconscious level. This slide explains how understanding archetypes can help brands connect with their audience by aligning their brand with familiar emotional patterns. For example, the hero archetype might appeal to consumers seeking empowerment, while the caregiver archetype might resonate with those who value compassion and care. Neuromarketing shows that using archetypes can help brands build stronger emotional connections and more effectively communicate their values to consumers. Long-term brand strategies. Developing long-term brand strategies based on neuromarketing data ensures that brands remain relevant and effective over time. This slide explains how brands can use insights from neuromarketing research to adjust their strategies in real time, adapting to changing consumer preferences and market conditions. By analyzing consumer reactions to different stimuli, brands can refine their messaging, product offerings, and customer experiences, leading to sustained brand growth and consumer loyalty. Limbic system and decision-making. The limbic system is responsible for emotions, memory, and decision-making. This slide delves into how understanding the limbic system can help brands influence consumer decisions. By appealing to the emotional brain, brands can create experiences that resonate on a deeper level, increasing the likelihood of purchase. Marketers can use neuromarketing techniques to tap into these emotional drivers, crafting messaging and experiences that align with how consumers naturally think and feel. Eye tracking in neuromarketing. Eye tracking is a powerful tool in neuromarketing that measures visual attention and helps brands optimize their designs for maximum impact. This slide explains how eye tracking technology can identify which elements of an ad, website, or product packaging attract the most attention. By understanding where consumers focus their gaze, brands can strategically place important information, product features, and calls to action in the optimal locations. This leads to more engaging designs and higher conversion rates. Anchoring in consumer decisions. Anchoring is a psychological phenomenon where initial information, such as a product's price, influences consumer decisions. This slide explains how brands can use anchoring to make their products appear more valuable. For example, by initially presenting a high-priced product followed by a lower-priced alternative, consumers perceive the second product as a better deal. This technique leverages cognitive biases to shape consumer behavior and influence purchasing decisions. Mirror neurons in brand connection. Mirror neurons are responsible for our ability to empathize with others by mimicking their emotions and actions. This slide discusses how brands can use this to create deeper emotional connections with their audience. By portraying relatable human emotions in their messaging and advertising, brands can trigger mirror neurons in consumers, allowing them to feel the brand's message on a personal level. This increases consumer engagement and brand loyalty. Multi-sensory marketing. Multi-sensory marketing engages multiple senses, sight, sound, touch, and even smell, to create a more immersive consumer experience. This slide highlights how brands can leverage different sensory elements to make their marketing more effective. By stimulating multiple senses, brands can create a lasting impression and strengthen emotional connections with consumers, which enhances brand recall and loyalty. Engaging multiple senses also improves consumer satisfaction and increases the likelihood of repeat purchases. Neuromarketing research tools. This slide introduces key neuromarketing research tools, such as EEG, fMRI, and eye tracking, that allow marketers to measure brain responses and consumer attention. These tools provide valuable insights into how consumers process information, feel about products, and make decisions. By using these techniques, brands can refine their marketing strategies to be more effective, ensuring their messages are aligned with consumer preferences and emotional triggers. Emotional branding. Emotional branding connects with consumers on an emotional level, leading to stronger brand recall and loyalty. This slide explains how brands that successfully evoke emotions are more likely to be remembered by consumers. Emotional connections foster long-term relationships, turning customers into brand advocates. By using emotional appeals in their marketing, brands can enhance consumer engagement and encourage repeat purchases, resulting in increased lifetime customer value. Social proof and scarcity. Social proof and scarcity are powerful psychological triggers that influence consumer behavior. This slide explains how consumers often look to others to guide their purchasing decisions, which is why testimonials, reviews, and influencer endorsements are so effective. Scarcity, on the other hand, creates a sense of urgency, encouraging consumers to act quickly before a product runs out. Together, these triggers help brands drive sales and increase consumer engagement. Music and sound design. Music and sound design play a significant role in evoking emotional responses that enhance brand perception. This slide explains how sound can influence mood and behavior, creating a more immersive brand experience. Brands use sound to set the tone of their advertisements and establish a memorable identity. Whether it's a jingle or a background soundtrack, sound design strengthens the emotional connection between consumers and the brand. Cognitive dissonance in brand loyalty. Cognitive dissonance occurs when consumers experience discomfort due to conflicting thoughts after making a purchase. This slide explains how brands can reduce cognitive dissonance by reinforcing the consumer's decision and ensuring they feel confident about their purchase. By minimizing post-purchase regret and providing ongoing support, brands can strengthen loyalty and encourage repeat purchases, turning customers into long-term advocates. Conclusion. In conclusion, neuromarketing provides invaluable insights into consumer behavior, enabling brands to create more effective and emotionally resonant marketing strategies. By understanding the brain's response to stimuli, brands can optimize their communication and foster deeper connections with consumers. The future of branding will continue to be shaped by neurodata, emotional engagement, and sensory experiences, leading to more effective and personalized marketing. By applying these principles, brands can build stronger relationships, increase loyalty, and drive growth.